XRP holders, let's definitely talk about this, as XRP has potential to drop around 15% very, very quickly here. The overall market is doing pretty good. Bitcoin had got really close back to the all-time high. Dogecoin had its breakout just like I predicted yesterday, along with Ethereum currently down around 3%, Ethereum Classic down about 4%, and Crowcoin down 1%. I called bonk yesterday of over a 15% gain. You can see today it's up around 14%. So today I'm going to cover XRP. So XRP is kind of going through a channel here, and we're seeing a bullish flag, but it's going into a bearish pennant. As of right now, I did talk about this previously the other day in my video. It was a fake out here, but either way, it was still a negative catalyst. We're still kind of heading back to that M shape, to that $1.04 range, but I'm expecting that we're going to drop right below $1 very, very quickly, and maybe see that bounce around that dollar range anyway. That resistance there of $1.15 on XRP, you can see that it resisted it multiple times. The candlestick would not close above that $1.15 range. You can kind of see the trend here. The trend is kind of following this same type of pattern on the way down. But before I go on further, this is just on the 4-hour prediction. So it's going to take around 24 to 72 hours for us to start to see kind of this movement happen exactly the way that we're wanting it to be. Sometimes you can have fake outs from a pattern going into another pattern. Sometimes it's manipulated by stock and crypto traders, where you can kind of see that whales are moving in and out very, very quickly, where it's a supply and demand crypto. You can see that how big money can easily move the market just a little bit. As of right now, it looks like the overall market is coming down. So if we take a look at the 1-minute chart, this is kind of what it looks like. You're seeing nice little runs. You're also seeing big pullbacks as well. This trend line here is going to be on the 4-hour, along with this channel that I wanted to mention. We're staying right above this line. We're closing on the candlestick above this line, kind of bouncing in this channel. Once we drop below here, I'm expecting sometime tomorrow we're going to see this drop back down to that dollar range very quickly, if not sooner. But as well, we got to make sure that we break above this trend line. If we do break above this channel here and break above this, potentially going back to that high of $1.27. But with XRP, if we take a look at it on an hour, you can see we're having a similar pattern, still not breaking it. This is going to be just based off of the 4-hour chart. We're consolidating, staying right above this line each time. Each time. You can see we broke the trend line there. We dropped the trend line. It put us to it, bouncing. I'm expecting that we either break it here. If we break this trend, we're going to see it kind of go back on the upside. If not, we're going to drop back down, getting closer to this dollar range very, very quickly. And that could be an indication of a 10% drop very quickly, going on to 15% if we do drop below that dollar, due to FOMO, hype, and a lot of emotional traders be wondering why it's below $1 now. So XRP's volume is 5.9 billion. It is currently losing volume along with other cryptos. The other day it had over almost 20 to 30 billion dollars in just volume in 24 hours. When the volume is pulling back, you're seeing a lot of people holding the coin along with not moving the coin as much. So there's less volatility there, but at the same time, with the less amount of volume, that is where you kind of find that consolidation period. The all-time high on Coinbase, according to XRP, is $3.84. It is still in the top 10 cryptos. It is number 6. Typical hold time is 85 days with a market cap of $63.5 billion. If we do drop around that $57-56 billion market cap range, that is going to put us right under $1 here. And that could be an indication of what exactly is happening to XRP. Before I go on further, I want to mention I am not a financial advisor. It's just entertainment purposes only. Make sure you always do your due diligence. Hit that like button and subscribe down below. Check out the Patreon. You can get the indicator access. It'll give you buy and sell signals. It'll also give you access to the Patreon Discord. The Discord, we do have alerts on there, Shiba burns, and we do post almost every day on there. And you can always ask me anything for just less than $1 per day. This indicator does do auto support lines, auto trend lines like you do see. Also gives you other signals, have the MACD, EMAs. It has like 10 to 11 indicators all into one that you can tweak with and make it your style yourself. You can also set your own alerts, so it'll send you alerts via text, email, or app if you choose to do so. So now, I did talk about XRP kind of pulling back. We're seeing it pull back here very quickly. So if I kind of reset the chart view here, you can kind of see it go back up. You can see how a lot of the movement is. A lot of the trades have been profitable today. We're starting to see volatility. So we had around a 9% gain there, and then we had right around a 3% gain there, about a 2% gain, and right here was this short 1% gainer because we started to kind of break the trend there, and then that trend line had broke. When that trend line broke on XRP, that's whenever we started to notice this type of pattern was forming in a different direction. When you take a look at the 30-minute chart, it very much looks similar to that 1 hour, but the overall market right now is kind of having those doji candles. If this candlestick doesn't close above to where we need it to be, there's a possibility that we're going to see that pullback. You can also see that we've kind of been in a red level here and then getting back in that neutral. I think that neutral was to kind of give us some information on it as well, along with the volume on the upside to kind of cool off that RSI even further. As you can see with my watch list, a lot of the coins have pulled back ever since I've started this video. XRP has even dropped a penny since we've been on here. You can see that very, very quickly coming down. It's when I started the video, down about 1% just within 8 minutes here. So make sure you guys do take a look at XRP in multiple different ways, along with what is happening in the overall market, what kind of volume are we having, are there any updated catalysts for crypto market or XRP itself, what are other altcoins doing that could be causing XRP to kind of pull out of, or what is the next projections for XRP. Now, as we're using TA majority of the time, also basing it off of trend analysis along with technical analysis, we're starting to see a lot more action here. This action here is definitely going to be nice. We're seeing it kind of just stair climb down. Whenever you see this, you're going to see it about 4 or 5 times, and then that's whenever you're going to see the drop. That is usually whenever you finally break that trend line on either the 4-hour or the 1-day chart. Whenever we do take a look at the 1-day chart, we're not having a red candlestick in over 13 days. But if you take a look at the 4-hour chart, you can see we started off green this time yesterday, and we have kind of pulled back ever since. Within the start of yesterday, we have pulled back just to around a 7% within a day and 20 hours. This could be indication to us that the market is starting to kind of pull back. You know, Bitcoin got closer to that all-time high. Ethereum has not really been moving much, but I wanted to show you this on Ethereum as well. We had a similar pattern. We're making that M-shaped double top. So you kind of come up like this, you come back down, you meet back at that resistance, come back down to kind of fill this gap here. That is what you'll call a double top. But sometimes you can also see these go into double bottoms. So it's like a double top going into a double bottom. So you would make that same M shape. So you'd come back up and you would repeat the scenario. And the scenario would be the other way around. So you would see it drop, go back up, drop, go back up. That is a big key indicator here. Even with Ethereum, we've seen it kind of try to break this trend here. This trend has started to fall. If we do close that candlestick there, we could potentially see it drop even further very, very quickly. Over a 3% drop on Ethereum. That's going to be about $2 billion that's being moved very, very quickly, along with other cryptos such as XRP. XRP's volume has dropped tremendously within the last few days. That's why we're not seeing as much volatility and volume coming into it. That's where a lot of holders are kind of moving the market, along with trading it when the stock market and the stock market closes. Whenever we start to kind of see these pullbacks here like we're seeing currently right now, as I mentioned earlier, that we was going to see it kind of pull back. We've lost around 2% from the video so far. That's about 2 cents on XRP. With that being said, XRP's volatility and volume is key. We have to keep that volume up. If we continue to kind of drop below these key levels, that's when people will emotional trade and move into other coins that are moving up 5 to 6% on the day, while some of these other altcoins are pulling back due to just RSI. A lot of these are moving from different directions, and a lot of traders are moving from coin to coin. Definitely as some coins moving faster than others, along with gaining more holders and more catalysts on certain coins. That is something you really have to watch out for and look for. Definitely whenever you're looking to kind of swing trade. But if you're not emotionally trading, that shouldn't matter if you're definitely holding for a long term, as I do think XRP could easily hit $2 to $5 in the long term. But in the short term, with the analysis of it, we could drop below $1 very, very quickly, just like we're seeing now. This 2% drop in the overall market is going to be as the stock market is starting to close around that 430 range. It closes around 35 more minutes my time here. With Ethereum, Ethereum is dropping. Ethereum Classic is dropping very quickly. Bitcoin is kind of consolidating at this level. Bonk has pulled back around 5% very quickly, along with Dogecoin pulling back about 4% very quickly as well, with XRP dropping 2%. Remember, guys, I am not a financial advisor. It's just entertainment purposes only. Make sure you hit that like button. Do your due diligence. Also, check out the Patreon with the link down below in the description. You do get a 7-day free trial of the indicator access. It gives you multiple indicators all built into one, and you can change it to the style that you like. Also get alerts and more. Check that out. It'll give you a 7-day free trial. If you don't like it, you can always cancel your subscription.